Good evening, everyone. It is time to open up some more baseball card packs, so thanks for stopping in tonight. So we're going to go ahead, as always. I got my stacks based off of what I estimate is the biggest potential, starting with the lowest potential up to the highest potential. And as always with baseball cards, you can get the best cards out of stack number one with the lowest potential and the worst cards in the highest potential. So we're going to go ahead and get started opening up here. As always, I have little bit of everything here in the junk wax era. So we are starting with the oldest packs of 1986, going up to 1994 is the newest packs that I have in my current collection of packs. So we're going to go ahead and start off with some of the studio packs. I have a pack of 91 and 92, and we'll start off with 91 studio. Jeff Bagwell being one of the best cards in the set. Not a whole lot of high value cards out of the studio, but the value of this is mostly with some of the unique photos that you can find in here. We are going to start off here with a card I don't remember seeing before, Ken Griffey Sr. And then we have Mariano Duncan, Charlie Hayes, one of my favorite players, Tony Gwynn, Jimmy Reese, a coach who I know I've never seen this card before. Very few coaches that I can even remember in this set here, so I'm not. And I've never heard of Jimmy Reese, so I'm not really sure what the reasoning for putting him in the set was. Now we're going to go with Tim McIntosh, Kevin Belcher, with the thinking man pose and the library glasses, John Farrell, looking high on drugs, and Steve Farr, and then Barry Bonds, who's one of the other best cards in the set. So that was an interesting pack. And now we're going to go over to a year later to 1992 studio. And we're going to start off here with Wally Joyner, Ken Hill, Franklin Stubbs, Todd Hundley, Anthony Young, John Smiley, Terry Mulholland, Tim Burke, Scott Erickson, Kim Batiste, and Charlie Hayes. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move over to 1988 Donruss. I have a feeling this is a searched box. I have not pulled out much of anything in here. Not really sure why anybody really searched 88 Donruss, being that there's not much in the set here worth a lot. So it's very weird that somebody would search it, but as always, there are people who ruin the hobby by searching the boxes, repacking, and reselling for people like me to open up and get nothing. So we're going to go ahead and see what I do pull out of here. We have Jeff Musselman, Dave Hengel, Andre Dawson, Matt Williams, Andy Van Slyke, Pat Perry, Andres Thomas, Tony Gwynn, the Ripken family, Mike Schmidt, Greg Myers, Ed Romero, Domingo Ramos, Donnie Moore, and Randy Myers. So a few stars, but none of the high value players as I've gotten out pretty much the entire box. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go into 1988 Topps. There's a lot of errors in this one. I haven't pulled any of the cards yet out of it to see if this is an error box or what I can find here. There's a lot of errors in here. I don't even know what they are. So if you see any errors, let me know, and I'll take a look. We're going to start out here with Mike Stanley, Cecil Cooper, Glenn Davis, Billy Bean, Fred Lynn, Wally Joyner, Ed Hearn, the propaganda piece, Guy Hoffman, there's a Jose Canseco, Brewers leaders, Bobby Witt, I believe that is his rookie card, yes. Actually, I think he might have an 87. Garth Yorg, Rick Honeycutt, Mike Lond, and Floyd Humans. Alright, so now we're going to go over to 1990 Donruss set. I love the set. Can't tell you how many boxes I opened up back in 1990. Unfortunately, the values of the set just didn't sustain. A lot of the players just didn't live up to expectations for a long period of time, or steroid era, and just overall mass production of the set ruined a lot of the value here. Still looking for a Tom Glavine instead of John Smoltz on the Braves MVP. So hoping to pull one to see if I get an error box in that, because did not remember pulling the Tom Glavine card. We have Jose Alvarez, Todd Froworth, Mike Devereaux, Eric Davis MVP, Bob Ojeda, Chris Bosio, Terry Pendleton. There's a Nolan Ryan 5,000 strikeouts, so that's always a cool card. Darren Dalton, Steve Olin, who died tragically in a spring training boating accident, Edwin Nunez, Kevin Elster, Bob Guerin, Chris Carpenter, Benito Santiago, and Willie Frazier. So nothing too great out of any of our packs yet. So now we're going to go ahead and go over to 1990 Fleer. Again, same reasoning as before. The value's just sustained. This set had a few extra rookies in here, so we'll see what we can pull out of here. Start off with a sticker set of the Indians, Tigers, Royals, and Brewers. And we have Chuck Krim, Tony Armas, Mike Davis, Chad Kruder, Mike Dyer, Paul Osemacher, Mike Smithson, Mike Bielecki. There's another Chuck Krim, Tony Armas, Mike Dyer, Paul Osemacher, Doyle Alexander, Ed Whitson, George Canale, and Kevin Moss, rookie, which that would have been a hot card back in 1990, and Mike Davis. So quite a few duplicates in there. I don't think I've ever opened up a pack with that many duplicates in there. So that's kind of weird. All right, so our final two packs in stack number one is going to be 1992 Leaf. Not a lot in the base set. We are looking for some of the Black Leaf parallel cards and hopefully find something really cool. And we'll start off with Dave Righetti. Our black parallel is going to be Chuck McElroy. Then we have Mike Morgan, Mike McFarlane, Mike Greenwell, so we're on a streak of Mikes, Bob Tewksbury, Dwayne Ward, Charlie Hayes, Lenny Harris, Tony Gwynn, the dreaded checklist, Juan Samuel, who I cannot stand, Joe Girardi, Wilson Alvarez, and Thomas Howard. And in Series 2, this one does have the Jeff Kent rookie in it, so that's a little bit better potential. We start off here with Bobby Witt. We have Mike Boddicker as the black gold leaf here. Brett Barbary, Luis Rivera, Kent Herbeck, Dan Pasqua, Dennis Cook, Kevin Seitzer, Andy Ashby, Jeff Tackett, Dan Pasqua, there's a Jim Tomei, that's a nice card, Greg Maddux, Frank Thomas, and Craig Raybeck. So pretty good pack for that. Not a lot of value there, but some pretty cool names back to back to back. All right, so that finishes out stack number one. We're going to go ahead and go to stack two, where we're going to start off with 89 score set I loved open up. I didn't open up too many of these in comparison to the other sets in 1989. Aside from not having Griffey in it, it's one of my favorite sets from 89. We're going to start off here with Tim Raines, Willie Randolph, Les Lancaster, Jody Davis, Alfredo Griffin, Dwayne Boyce, Chris Spire, Mackie Sasser, Rick Roden, Steve Balboni, Cyril Campusano, Rich Yett, Todd Stottlemyre, Don Slaught, Odell Jones, and Dave Stapleton. So none of the rookies in that set here. All right, so now we're going to go over to 1990 1990 Upper Deck high numbers. This is Find the Reggie, so there is potential for Reggie Jackson autograph as well as a lot of the rookies. But again, just like 1990, every set was just so overproduced. There's just not a lot of value. But it's always fun to open it up here. All right, so we're going to start off with Felix Jose, Wayne Tollison, Jesse Barfield, Alex Sanchez, Dennis Eckersley, Paul Gibson in a creepy smile, Sean Bosky, Tim Leary, Jamie Moyer, Dave Steeb, Paul Kilgus, George Brett, Rob Ritchie, Ben McDonald, not the error Ben McDonald version, and Lonnie Smith. Nothing too phenomenal there. All right, so next we're going to go with 1991 Leaf. These do also have the Gold Leaf rookies, just like 92. Series 1 does have some errors, and some of the Gold Leaf rookies, instead of having the special numbering, they just have a regular number, but I don't believe I have any in this box, and having a hard time pulling the rookies here, so another pack without any Gold Leaf rookies at all. But we'll start off here. We have Alvaro Espinosa, Jeff Brantley, Tim Cruz, who was the other person who died along with Steve Olin in that spring training boating accident, Jose Lind, Kevin McReynolds, Damon Berryhill, Luis Quinones, Will Clark, Oral Hershiser, Dave Johnson, David Cohn, Joe Girardi, Felix Fermin, Eric Hansen, and Danny Tartable. So nothing too amazing there, but some pretty cool names. And moving on to Series 2. And I don't see a Gold Leaf rookie in this one either, but we start off here with George Bell, Eric King, Joey Cora, Lance Parrish, Mike Maddux, Pascual Perez, Bernard Gilkey, Kevin Gross, Gerald Perry, Gerald Clark, the dreaded checklist, Craig Lefferts, Mickey Morandini, who's another player I did not like, Ken Hill, Mark Leonard. Nothing too great yet here. All right, so now we'll go over to 88 score, looking for Tom Glavine. I believe a Caminiti rookie is in this, as well as a few other nice cards. Matt Williams, Greg Jeffries was a great card to open up back in 88. Not so much now, but still a favorite card of mine. We have Barry Larkin, Alfredo Griffin, Corey Snyder, Jack Howell, Kurt Wilkerson, Brett Butler, Gary Carter, one of my all-time favorites, Angel Salazar, Jose Guzman, Mike Spanky LaValliere, Jeff Robinson, Randy Myers, Jim Eisenreich, Mike Moore, Ron Robinson, Dennis Rasmussen, and Kirk McCaskill. So all the rookies and higher values are eluding us so far here, but we still have our best potential packs upcoming here. So now we're going to go over to 1993 Upper Deck Series 1, looking for Piazzas and some other nice cards out of the set here. And we're going to start off with Julio Valera, Todd Stottlemyre, and we have Bob Welch, and we have a Willie Mays Heroes card, not the autograph, but still a pretty cool card. I'm going to pull that over to the side. And we have Kelly Gruber, Mariano Duncan, Corey Snyder, Ray Langford, Greg Jeffries, Matt Williams, Mel Rojas, Pete Harnish, Manny Alexander, rookie, Rael Cormier, and then a Roberto Kelly, Don Mattingly. All right, now our last three packs are going to be 91 score. I have a pack of Series 1 and 2 packs of Series 2. Looking for Mussina out of the Series 1, Chipper Jones out of Series 2, but also the Mickey Mantle inserts, and unlikely but hopeful at some point, Mickey Mantle autograph. All right, so go ahead and open this up here. I am in a drought of getting Mussina, so hopefully we'll pull one, not if this one, but one coming up soon here. We have Craig Beck, Wayne Edwards, Francisco Cabrera, Bill Sampson, Jeff McKnight in his really big goofy glasses, Terry Schumpert, Derek May, Mickey Morandini, again, who I could not stand, Sean Abner, Greg Harris, Yvonne Calderon, Steve Bushell, Gary Templeton, Bill Swift, Eric Davis, and Jeff Montgomery. Sorry about that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go with our two packs of 91 Score Series 2. I hate opening these packs because they always want to damage the corners. But we're going to start off here with Mike Sharperson, Lonnie Smith, Terry Kennedy, Doug Jones Fire Fastball Dream Team card, Luis Quinones, Jason Grimsley, John Russell, Tino Martinez, Ray Young, Eric Davis All-Star, and there is a Chipper Jones draft pick rookie, so that's a nice card. Matt Williams, Chuck Carey, Randy Bush, Mel Gray, and Mitch Webster. So finally got a nice rookie there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and open up pack number 2. Let's see what we can pull out of here. And we'll start off with Charlie Liebrent, Rick Honeycutt, David Cohn, Mike Sharperson, Charlie O'Brien, Pat Tabler, Joe Skinner, John Candelaria, Kelvin Torvey, Mike Sims, Benny Santiago, All-Star. There's Donovan Osborne, who was a nice card for a little while. Jose De Jesus, Gary Ward, Reggie Harris, and Trevor Wilson. So that finishes off stack number 2. So we go to stack number 3. We are going to start off here with our newest cards here. We have 1994 Upper Deck Collector's Choice, 1 pack of Series 1 and 1 pack of Series 2. Not a lot in Series 1. Griffey isn't here, so I'm hoping to pull Griffey's signature card. I've already pulled a gold signature out of this set of Series 1, I believe. But hopefully we'll get something nice here. We start off with Juan Gonzalez and Barry Bonds home run champions. There's a Sean Green rookie, one of the nicer cards in the set. Jack Armstrong, Tim Pugh, Fred McGriff, Brad Pennington, Aaron Seeley, Darryl Kyle, Kevin Rogers, Dave Winfield, and Darren Lewis, and our signature is Angel Miranda, silver signature. So a couple nice players there, nothing too fancy out of that pack. So now we go to Series 2. This one does have Alex Rodriguez, rookie. It has a Derek Jeter card as well as a Michael Jordan baseball card. I'd love to get a gold signature of one of those. And these cards are bricked up here. Haven't gotten much paper loss, but they are still bricked up a little bit here. There's a Piazza team checklist. Graham Lloyd, Milt Thompson, Chris Haney, there is Tom Pagnozzi, I believe was a fairly underrated catcher back in the day. There's Bob Hamlin. Another one of my favorite players and a highly underrated player, in my opinion, is John Olerud. Kevin Brown. And we have Steve Farr. And Carlos Pulido. And then we have a Don Mattingly team checklist silver signature. Not a bad pack there. Alright, so now we're going over to 1988 Fleer, looking for Edgar Martinez, rookie, along with Tom Glavine, Matt Williams. There's also Mark Grace and a few other rookies in here, Caminity. So let's see what we can pull here. We start off with the Padres sticker, Fred Lynn, Larry Anderson, Mark Langston, another dreaded checklist, Jim Morrison, Jack Lazorko, Charlie Huff, Kelly Downs, Don Baylor, Gary Templeton, Wes Gardner, Terry Leach, Gary Ward, Rick Aguilera, and Mike Smithson. So nothing too big out of that pack. And now we'll go over to 86 Donruss, who normally on any other box, this would be in the most potential stack. However, I have not pulled anything out of this, and with a really loose wax, I'm 99% certain that this is a searched box, especially with the wax basically falling open. So it's really sad to spend as much money as I did on a box and find out that somebody's already gone through it, but that's what happens in the hobbies. People destroy it with things like that. We start off with Dave Engel, Donnie Hill, Jesse Barfield, Brian Downing, Don Slaught, Lee Lacy, Joel Youngblood, Bo Diaz, Al Callens. There's a Cal Ripken. That's easily the best card I've pulled out of the box so far. Jamie Easterly, Brad Havens, Davey Lopes, Eric Davis is another nice card, and Vince Coleman. So this is easily the best pack I've opened up, but I've only got about 5 more packs, and I'd say that the Cal Ripken being the best card, not a sign that it's an unsearched box. Alright, so now we're going to go over to 1990 Bowman. Looking for Frank Thomas, rookie, Sammy Sosa, and a few others. I'm sticking pretty bad on that one. Fortunately, it's not a high value card. We're going to start off here. We have a Nolan Ryan artwork card with Jerry Goff, Hal Morris, Rob Deere, Rick Cerrone, Kyle Abbott, Dave West, Willie McGee. Then we have Scott Bradley, Scott Cooper, Kevin Gross, Willie Green, Kevin Brown, Chuck Knobloch, and Burt Blyleven. Nothing too fancy out of that pack. And then sticking with 1990, we go with 1990 Topps, looking for Frank Thomas, Sammy Sosa again, same rookies from 1990. This one has the unlikely potential of a no-name on front, which would be phenomenal. And here we're going to start off with Pat Perry, Jeff Juden draft pick, John Cangelosi, Ruben Sierra, Chris Gwynn, Kent Anderson, Mike Doon, Drew Hall, Propaganda Piece, Mitch Williams, Lee Smith, Damaso Garcia, Andy Allenson, Rich Yett, Mike Aldretti, Lonnie Smith, and Ricky Henderson. So none of the big ones in that pack. So now we'll go sticking with 1990. We're going to go over to Score, another one of my favorite sets here. This one does have the Bo Jackson football baseball potential in here, as well as Frank Thomas and a lot of the other rookies in the set. And we start off with Mike Boddicker, Barry Lyons, Jerome Walton, who was also a hot find. There is the Frank Thomas. So we got a Chipper Jones and a Frank Thomas rookie out of our score packs tonight. So those are 2 really awesome cards. And we have Scott Sanderson, Joe Hesketh, Fred Lynn, Mike Schooler, Geronimo Baroa, Darren Dalton, Jeff Brantley, Greg Hibbard, Jose Vizcaino, Kelly Mann, and Tom Barrett. So definitely an awesome pack there with the Frank Thomas rookie. All right, and our final pack in stack number 2, we go with 1990 Leaf, sticking with 1990. This one has a Sammy Sosa rookie. Did pull a Ken Griffey Jr. out of my last pack here, but the thing with 1990 Leaf, there's just a few cards in the set that there's a high chance of several duplicates. So you never know what you're going to find from pack to pack. We start off with a hot card from 1990, which would have loved to open it up back then. Greg Vaughn, Dickie Thon, Danny Tartable, Frank Viola, Frank Tanana, Tim Wallach, Brooke Jacoby, Fernando Valenzuela, Ozzie Guillen, Dave Smith, Brian Harvey, Tom Browning, Tony Pena, Ryan O. Sandberg, and Randy Milligan. So nothing too great there, but that would have been an awesome pack to open up with that Greg Vaughn in 1990. So that finishes stack number 3. So now we go to our higher potential packs, or the more exciting packs of what you can pull out of here. We start off with an 89 Bowman. This one does have the Griffey rookie in here, along with quite a few other nice rookies from the set. And we're going to start here with Jamie Quirk. And this one is, I believe, is Scott Medvin. Steve Searcy. There's Mike Schmidt. Another one of my favorite lesser talent or lesser heralded players, Mookie Wilson. Scott Bankhead. There's a Mickey Mantle reprint card. Matt Noakes. Charlie Liebrant. Barry Larkin. That's a nice card. Eric Schau. Kelly Gruber, and the dreaded checklist. Alright, so our next two packs are going to be 1991 Upper Deck. These are the Find the Nolan Ryan. I do have a regular pack as well as a jumbo pack. In the jumbo pack, you do get the added card of the Silver Slugger special insert set, as well as there is Mike Mussina, Chipper Jones, rookies, as well as the Michael Jordan SP1 short print card. So in our regular pack, we start off with Phil Bradley, John Farrell, Chris Bosio, Dwayne Ward, Dan Howard, Tom Glavine, and we have a Nolan Ryan, not the autograph card. Go ahead and pull that off to the side here. Roberto Kelly, Jesse Roscoe, Eric King, Tom Brookins, Ricky Jordan, Daryl Boston, Oakland A's hologram, Dave Parker team checklist, Kenny Williams, and Pedro Guerrero. So, aside from the Nolan insert, not a lot there. And now we'll go to the jumbo pack. I feel like I remember back in '91 talking to a man at a card shop who said he believed that there was a higher chance of the Jordan out of the jumbo packs, which is why I went ahead and bought this here. Not sure how true that is, but we'll see what we can find. We got a Ricky Henderson Silver Slugger. And we have an Upper Deck propaganda piece here. And we have a Rookie Threats with the Astros, Jeff Bagwell, Luis Gonzalez, and Tuffy Rhodes, Bill Long, Ron Hassey, Jose Leand, Jeffrey Leonard, Rob Dibble, Franklin Stubbs, Rex Hudler. We have a couple holograms in this pack here. We have the American League hologram, the Minnesota Twins. Should be two. It felt like the third one in there. We have Henry Cotto, Julio Machado, who is now serving time for being a murderer. Vince Coleman, Dave Gallagher. That is Roberto Alomar, team checklist. Charlie Huff, Kevin Mitchell, Rico Bronya, Kevin Mitchell. There's a Jeff Bagwell. Yeah, that's a Jeff Bagwell rookie card, so we'll put that aside. That's a nice little card there. Dave Hansen, Terry Pendleton, Chet Lemon, Dave Smith. There's Howard Johnson, Kevin Bass, Harold Baines, and Franklin Stubbs again. So Bagwell rookies, nice card there. So I've got a few pretty good rookies tonight. Alright, so now we've got 89 Donruss, a set I love to hate. I have horrible luck pulling Griffeys out of these from based off what I've seen other people pull or heard about them pulling. I just feel like Griffey does not like me in this set here. But we'll see what we can find. Eventually I am going to pull another one. Let it be tonight. Alright, so we have Juan Castillo, Oswaldo Peraza, Bobby Bonilla Diamond Kings, Dreaded Checklist, Willie McGee, Jamie Moyer, Bobby Bonilla, Ozzie Virgil, Rob Murphy, David Palmer, Tony Gwynn, Bob Nepper, Keith Hernandez, Cameron Drew, and Charlie Huff. So pretty cool names there. There's a lot of names in there that I like, but not a lot of value there. Alright, so now we get to 91 Bowman, set with a lot of rookies in here. I have not pulled a Jim Thome. Get very frustrated how few Jim Thome seem to be in there. This is my third box. almost all the way through it and have not pulled any Tomes out of any of them yet. So it's kind of frustrating there, knowing that I need that card. But we start off here. We have Rod Carew, Angel Miranda, Kyle Abbott, Bill Landrum, Julio Machado again, and Dave Smith. Not sad to see that Machado destroyed. Ronnie Walden, Kevin Apier, Dan Operman, who I've never heard of before. There's a Sosa. Benny Santiago, Bob Wickman, Mike Scioscia, and Mark Wohlers. All right, so now we get to the big 4 packs here. We have a 87 Fleer with Bo Jackson, Bonds, Will Clark, Larkin, and a few others. We have 2 87 Donruss, which has all the same ones, but also has Maddux and McGuire in here. And then we have 89 Fleer, which is out of an error box where there is the Bill Ripken F-face error potential. So we're going to go ahead and start off here with 87 Fleer. Actually has some better cards values than Donruss in a lot of cases. Just doesn't have the Maddux and McGuire, so that's why I'm going ahead and opening it first. But we start off here. We have the White Sox sticker, Don Robinson, Rick Burleson, Leon Durham, Jim Presley, Jay Howe, Pete Incaviglia, Juan Berenger, Dave Smith, Moose Haas, Billy Bean, Alex Trevino, Jerry Royster, Mike Easler, Tim Leary, Gene Nelson, Carl Willis, and Tito Landrum. So nothing out of that pack. And our 287 Donruss. We're going to go ahead and open these up here. And our first one, we start off with Brian Fisher, John Russell, Kent Herbeck, Jimmy Jones, John Tudor, Bob Brower, Gene Walter, Tony Berzenard, Mike Smithson, Von Hayes, Brian Olkers, Reggie Williams, Greg Matthews, Lloyd Mosby, and Bonilla, second year card. So not a whole lot there. The Bonillas would have been a nice card back in the day. All right, so we'll go ahead with pack number 2. And we start off here with Mike Maddux, Phil Lombardi, Andres Thomas, Julio Franco, Mike Trujillo. There's a Devon White rookie, not a bad little rookie there. Tim Leary, Jose Canseco, Jeff Calhoun, Roy Smalley, Jeff Stone, Bruce Hurst, Jerry Royster, Steve Crawford, and Eric Davis. So that a nice little pack would have been amazing back in '87 with some of those players. All right, so our final pack here, we're going to go with 89 Fleer, hoping for a Bill Ripken rookie or Griffey or some of the other rookies in here. Randy Johnson has a lot of variations in here, but in the boxes that I've opened up, I haven't found anything special except for the cheaper version. So we'll see what we can find here. We start off with the Padres sticker, Kelly Gruber, Eric Plunk, Von Hayes, Mark Eichhorn, Junior Ortiz, Jeff Reardon, Mike Greenwell All-Star, Dreaded Checklist, Dave LaPointe, Jay Buhner, Tom Bernansky, Todd Benzinger, Steve Lyons, Ron Robinson, and John Dobson. So nothing too great there, although I would have enjoyed having that Greenwell back in the day. So nothing too phenomenal there, but we did get some pretty cool cards here. That Jeff Bagwell rookie seems to be a hard card, if I remember, to pull. Ricky Anderson Silver Slugger, nothing real special about that, just pulled it aside. Same with the Ryan insert card there, but then we had the 2 big ones along with Jeff Bagwell. We have Chipper Jones and Frank Thomas. So 3 really cool rookie cards. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty successful night with opening this pack, plus the Mays Heroes card, which I haven't pulled many of these here, so that's a pretty neat card as well. All right, so I appreciate you stopping in. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, so that you don't miss any of the content that I'll be posting coming up. Try to post 1 or 2 videos a week at least. But I appreciate you stopping in. Let me know your favorite card that I pulled, any sets that you really like. Just let me know something here. I like reading other stories here, but I appreciate everybody stopping in. Hope everybody has a great night, and see you next time.